gonna be live right now. Oh.
All right, 1 second. Got to play our little thingy.
Legion of Creators.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
He said, all right, let's get rid of this real quick.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, there you go, the crescendo music. Welcome back. Oh, actually, wow, I didn't realize I picked the right shirt to wear for this podcast. I got my Brainiac and Superman shirt on that I got a while ago.
Oh,
so
nice.
Luke in the Hall of Justice. So welcome back to another episode of Legion of Creators. This is episode 35 to be exact. In today's little podcast, once again, I'm joined with McKenna and Luke, of course, who's been streaming some some VR, some VR aliens. So I literally woke up from a nap, so my brain's still a little fried. But no, yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we got, our whole gang here. So we're gonna start today's show with talking about today. It's been a big day for, like, we'll call it DC news, the state of DC, all things DC. And I told Kenna already and pre-warned her on the podcast, I have a little topic for us to discuss that, well, I'm going to spill the tea on something that only one other content creator has spilled the tea on today. That's going to be groundbreaking news later in the stream.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no other articles are reporting on this.
Not
so
yet.
It's big. Kenna knows about it now a little bit more. So
A little bit, yeah.
And her mind is like Doctor Strange. She got that third eye open.
Well, it just makes sense.
We got a photo for our first topic. All right, cool. I like that picture.
I'm just throwing up a few things.
Like the old Green Lantern movie, but sure, why not?
Right, no, I just throwing up a few different things.
No, it's all good. I mean, it's interesting. You got it's crazy looking back at this Green Lantern movie back and looking at all the characters that we barely got to see. I don't even know who the fuck this Iron Man looking Green Lantern is. I remember him playing a role in the movie whatsoever. I remember the Fish Dude. I remember Kilowog. Sinestro. Always cool to see Mark Strong. I know the purple guy. I think his name is Ivan Soar, and he was the guy that gave his ring to Hal Jordan. So he's kind of significant. But yeah, so today we're talking about the state of DC. So Luke and I discussed this earlier today. So unfortunately, it sounds like Warner Brothers is going to sell it sounds like the president of Warner Brothers is going to sell, or CEO of Warner Brothers is going to sell Warner Brothers to another company. And there are two companies that want this property, this entire other company. And if one of these companies get it, we might be in big trouble. And then if the other company gets it, there's potential we could get in trouble, but it might be all right. So predominantly the most famous company that wants Warner Brothers for their own reasons is Paramount. And there's these fake articles that have come out from Cosmic News. I don't even know what they are, what their track record is. They sound like fake news, honestly. But they were claiming weeks ago that this news was going to be confirmed, and that the news on their end that if Paramount got the rights to Warner Brothers, then the DCU was going to be cooked, and James Gunn was going to be out, and they were going to reboot again with some DeLuca guy. I don't know much about his story, but I've heard from other sources that if Paramount gets hold of Warner Brothers, everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. We're just going to have some restructure, have some meetings. Paramount's going to be like, hey, James Gunn, what you're doing, it's working sort of, but we need you to be a little less James Gunn and a little, not be talking to people on the internet so much and get back in the office and start working on some real shit. We got to discuss some real shit. Hey, that Supergirl movie was great. Came out. It really knocked our socks off. Hey, Clayface, fucking baller, man. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Because we're talking about the future now. So yeah, guys, what do we think about this? What do we think about Paramount being interested in selling and getting Warner Brothers rights. We think this is bad news, good news. What are we thinking?
What do you think, Connor?
My only thing is, I don't think it's the worst outcome. My only thing is like, would DC projects still be out on HBO Max, or would it all have to go towards Paramount Plus? And I have nothing against Paramount as a company, but them having their own streaming service kind of turns me away, though. So that's the only thing I'm a little concerned. But I think Paramount, the thing about these companies wanting to take Warner Brothers and having DC is that I know a lot of people, I was in the DC Discord server earlier, and people were talking about, well, if Paramount or like Netflix gets it, are they going to get rid of James Gunn and redo the Snyderverse? But the thing is that
second piece. We're going to talk about the second piece in a minute.
I know,
we talked about the Paramount side, but we will talk about the Netflix as well.
I know, but here's the thing: is that even though we can worry about the other things about either James Gunn having no control or being gone completely, the Snyderverse is not going to happen, because the thing about these companies is that they actually want to make money. So no matter what happens, I still think James Gunn will be on board, because they know that he's the one who's been making hits after hits. And it would be a huge mistake and a huge waste of money on their part to just continue the flop of the past failed like DC projects.
Yeah.
So I'm not
against the Netflix move, because Netflix is going to make it their mission to make sure the Snyderverse happens. They've always said this.
I really don't think anybody is going to try hard to bring back the Snyder.
I feel the same way.
Why? It's the most illogical thing you could possibly, like, it literally all these people care about is making money.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Like, they don't care about visions. You know what I mean? So nobody is going to go to bat for Zack Snyder, I feel like, when literally it's like Batman vs. Superman is bad. Justice League is bad. Even the Snyder Cut is bad. Man of Steel is
Okay.
Mid.
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so who's going to sign back up for this? You know what I mean? Like, that's literally
Right.
why the DC has the bad reputation that it has, is because of Zack Snyder.
Those
Like,
films, yeah.
literally.
No, so
You know,
I agree.
like,
I think
and
that it depends on how you slice
I
the cake
think
on this one. Go ahead.
this could be a good thing.
Yes.
This could be a good thing. Just because whoever gets in charge now could be sitting here and could be saying, hey, James Gunn's got something, let's let him cook. You know what I mean? And if like new figureheads see that and give him a real opportunity because they already see the success that he's made, like, then he might get even more freedom than he had
Warner Brothers
before.
doesn't have a lot of money, so like the reason that Warner Brothers is selling their companies is that they don't have a lot of money. So like,
Yeah, exactly.
if you look at it, so say Paramount buys it, Paramount has been doing very well for themselves. And to kind of your point about the streaming service, here's what I was thinking. HBO Max has still been way more than profitable. So if they wanted to, and they've done with other streaming services, they probably would just bundle Paramount
Probably.
with Max. Because I see no reason with all the money that Max has made with its recent TV shows, its original content. Because let's be fair, we can debate all the streaming services all the long day, but when you look at the numbers, Amazon Prime and Max have probably put out the best, newer, original content shows. Like, when you look at what Disney Plus has put out, when you look at what some of the other outlets have put out, I feel like Max and Prime are probably putting out the best original stuff. Because Prime's got The Boys, which is ending soon, but they got Gen V still going around.
Yeah, but The Boys was not ever as big as Stranger Things. I'd argue Netflix is a bigger contender, to be honest.
But it does still have its audience, and it is still making money. And then Amazon Prime doesn't just have that, but they have Invincible, which is also making money. And
Sure.
then it doesn't just have the
TV show too.
Yeah, The Boys wasn't the only thing I was mentioning. It was just a part of the main brands. Like they have other brands that they're doing. They're killing it over there on Prime. They have quite a few stuff. What's your thought? Oh, about it's crazy that. Oh yeah, I forgot, Chris. I forgot to answer your thing when I had it up on the screen. Chris was saying it's crazy that they will not just own DC. They will own Lord of the Rings, Lego games, IP, Harry Potter, Godzilla. and Looney Tunes, etc.
Right, because when they're buying Warner Brothers, they're buying like literally all
The
of
whole
Warner
company.
Brothers. Yeah.
It could be a good thing. It
Yeah,
could be a
it
good
could
thing.
more money. It could be more money. I think people are gonna freak out about this and they're gonna go whatever. But like until we read the article that says James Gunn is out of DC, I don't think that we really have to worry. I think it's really just like, okay, Warner Brothers is being sold. Well, that could just mean that there's investors meetings and Paramount meets with David Zaslav, and then David Zaslav calls up James Gunn and Peter Safran and he goes, hey, no matter what these dumb articles online are saying, Superman made money. It was successful. Creature Commandos made money. It was successful.
It's kind of funny though, Joe, because like I don't know, like the whole Prime is better than Netflix or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of made me think, like seeing Retro's comment, Lord of the Rings, and like how they made Rings of Power. Yeah, and it's like, and then they made that Lord of the Rings anime. And I'm like,
I wasn't putting that on the list.
That's actually not a part of Warner Brothers. That is owned by Amazon, and different parts of Lord of the Rings are owned by Amazon, and different parts are owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they're split up.
And the Warner Brothers side was the one doing the Hunt for Gollum. I imagine this isn't going to be touched. Like that's going to continue going forward. I don't see that being stopped in any way. But
they'll probably partner with their old company that they had. They'll probably partner with New Line Cinema again and continue to run their films through that, because that's what they were doing with Lord of the Rings. So I'd imagine they'd continue company.
At least for this last movie with the Hunt for Gollum.
Because they got Peter Jackson involved. They got Andy Serkis involved. That's shared like Wednesday because Amazon owns the Addams Family rights. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's always like deals being made and rights being thrown around. So it's just a giant juggle.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's true. I think this is interesting. I think you make some great points. I think Kenneth's point about the streaming, I get it. I think but overall, this being announced that the company's going to be sold, I feel like it was only a matter of time, because Warner Brothers, you had to think no matter how many successful movies they make, it's still going to take so long to get up the slope that we've lost so much money, not just from the Snyder movies, but some of the other like Warner Brothers failures. It just hit them hard, and having another company to back Warner Brothers to be able to basically have other IPs and more money to utilize could be a good thing. We can have more budget for better things in the future.
I hate to be negative Nancy, but I really just feel like it's the beginning of the end of everything. Like South Park used to make jokes about this of like, when HBO or Disney Plus first came out, it was like HBO, Netflix Plus, you know what I mean? Like, because they were joking that all these companies were gonna, team up together, and like it's literally what's happening now. And it's a scary thought to think about how these corporations, these companies like that are incredibly successful or have been and make as much money as they do, in order to continue to be successful and be lucrative in this world and the way it's evolving, they need to team up or sell off to another big corporation. Like it's getting scary, you know what I mean? Where it's like that's a loss of freedom, you know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, in order to compete with the big boys, you have to literally get signed by the big boys. Like, where is it that's why creativity is dying? Like literally that right there. Because nobody without a budget, nobody like with a real vision, the only people that are getting these chances are the people that they trust, something that's safe or completely nepotistic. Yeah, it's and what Retro is saying, it's basically a monopoly like Xbox. I mean, I wouldn't say Xbox has a handle on this the same way at all, that like the way that these streaming services are going, but I think video game industry is right behind them. In that way,
I think what we're leading to is the world that I don't think a lot of people are going to be thrilled about this idea, because I think this will always have a place, but I think it's becoming more and more obvious. I think we're living in a world where streaming now is going to start to take over. Like we're seeing the results. Like, yeah, some of us sometimes go to see, like, we talk about TV shows, but eventually this is going to start to happen with movies too. And you're thinking, like, the world we see with the cinema, they're already releasing movies on streaming, like, in a small rapid fire window compared to what they used to be for, like, releasing. So, like, when you really look at it, this could look like streaming is just taking over overall. Like, it feels like with all
and with that comes the death of ownership. You know,
Yep.
they don't want you to own these things. They want you to forever pay for them. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, it's just a way to continue to make money off the same thing that they otherwise would have made money off of once off a person. Now they can make money off of it that many more times. And it's a really shitty part of it too. And it's just like, why is there not laws against this kind of stuff? Like,
You think there would be.
right, because it's just ruining the industry, you know. And I don't even know where I was going to go off of that, but it continues off itself. It eats itself. It's not good, you know. So, and oh yeah, retro Xbox. I feel like it's a more so Microsoft thing is what I think of. Like Xbox, I think is kind of on its way out. You know, there's talks of this being the last Xbox console that they ever make, even. And now Game Pass is taking a whole new strategy. And lots of people unsubscribe from that, from the 50% price hike. Like, so there's just a lot of moving factors on a regular basis with all these giant freaking companies, you know?
On the Microsoft front, do you think anybody's actually, because you've been playing Battlefield, right? Do you think anybody's actually going to buy Black Ops 7?
Oh, of course people are. Like, even one of my friends is like, I don't like this at all because he just keeps dying over and over. Like, I actually like Call of Duty more, is what he's saying. And it's like, dude, just give it a little bit of time. Like, I think part of the problem, too, is everyone's so used to Call of Duty at this point, it's ruined similar shooters for people. Where it's like, you run into another game now that plays somewhat like Call of Duty, and you play it like Call of Duty because your brain has been wired to do that with the last 10 releases when it's the only popular shooter that comes out. You know what I mean? Like, Battlefield wants you to play slower. It wants you to be more observant. And when you're constantly running in with a Call of Duty brain, you're constantly dying, you know? And it gets frustrating for people. I understand that.
I think that also affects other games in general, like just not shooter games. Like with everybody's like COD lobbies, right? If you can't handle a COD lobby, then you're a crybaby, etc. That's why like games like Overwatch or even Marvel Rivals, like when you hop on VC, they treat it like it's Call of Duty when it's not the same game at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Or they rush in.
It's just people. I feel like, you know, it's just yeah. I mean, it does change from game to game. Like if you jump on Fortnite, you're not going to run into that the same way.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like certain games have a more sweaty community, and I think it's just the type of game that Rivals is. Just like Overwatch. Like Overwatch was toxic. It's toxic. It's a hero shooter. You're relying on your teammates. Any game where there's true teamwork needed and you're playing with randos, that level of frustration will come through.
Right.
You know,
the good news is, the good news is that I was watching an interview with the speaking of Rivals, I was watching an interview with the guy that made the PvE mode that comes out. I think it's tomorrow it comes out. And so I think I read it was the 23rd it drops.
23rd, yeah. So 2 days.
Oh, 2 days. Okay, because today the 21st. Okay, yeah. So then
Thursday.
Oh, so on Thursday it comes out. So they were talking about how they're saying right now it's a limited time, but they want to test this because they want to do more PvE modes like this, I guess, in a more permanent state. Because they said that it makes the game like different.
Love that.
Yeah, so I think. So we haven't really talked about that yet. Are you guys excited about this? This zombies mode? Like, you guys think?
I'm excited.
All for it, dude. All for it. I think this game needs PvE. I think one of the biggest disappointments of Overwatch 2 was it not having the PvE mode that everybody was looking forward to. Right? Yeah. This is awesome, and on the fact that it actually ties in with like one of their newer animated projects is even cooler. I was watching actually your Masters of Marvel episode, Joe, and I heard you talking about how Blade has his ult is altered. And he has like half a Moon Knight ult. Now, do you know if that's just in that game mode or like is that with that skin in general? You know,
Well, so I would hope it would be with the skin in general, but like the thing that they said, which is really interesting, is that when you play this mode, all the characters have new abilities, but they also get like some sort of like buff of, if you will, of like when you're in that mode. Like Punisher has like, instead of however many bullets he normally has, he has like 1,000 now, and like
Oh,
so like they added new stuff just to be able to survive the massive waves.
okay. I feel
But
like
also
it's
read
just
into
that
it-
mode.
I also read into that yeah, from what I know, but also I read in that, but I wonder if there'll still be some effect of it just because they've put out skins and then given newer abilities with newer skins and new effects before. So maybe you could still use it when you're wearing that skin. I don't
That's
know.
true.
What to
It's an
see.
idea.
My one thing about the new zombie mode, and this is what I hope they don't do with it, because this is what happened, and I think what ruined the Resource Rumble game mode was, at first when I heard of it, I'm like, oh, that sounds exciting, that's new. But then they kept pushing it in the regular quick match queuing, and that really turned off some people, and like they would always, exit the game because it didn't feel like playing Resource Rumble. So I really hope they just keep it separate and not try to force it onto people to
Well,
play.
what I saw is it's not. Oh, hey, Jake. So I saw it's not going to be in the regular quick play menu. It's going to be. So when you look at the modes,
Yeah,
it's
in the
going to be
arcade modes.
own
Like,
modes.
yeah.
Um, and also the thing is, the reason it also can't be a regular quick
Doctor
play.
Strangerverse just drop in.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, the thing that they also have to remember is that I was watching a video today. I think they dropped something new yesterday about it, as it's coming out on Thursday. And what I saw that they said was basically, apparently, the way that they're doing this is trying to think how to word this. They have when you play, you can play regular difficulty, but you can change your difficulties, and you can also only play this mode with 4 people. So there's not going to be a 6 option. So because you only get to play as Jeff, Punisher, Magic, Thor, and Blade, I believe, is the characters.
Not Scarlet Witch?
You
No,
fight
she's
Scarlet
in-
Witch. She's the
Oh,
boss
okay,
fight.
okay. I like that.
Scarlet Witch and Namor. So Namor and Scarlet Witch are both threats that you have to fight, like boss fights. And they look pretty cool. Like it looks awesome. I like there's different difficulties, because then if you're playing the regular mode and it seems too easy, it's nice to know that if you really do want to challenge yourself, you could get on that challenging level if you wanted to. So I think we have to wait and see how they do it. But I think it looks interesting. But so we were talking about, like, obviously when we talked about the Paramount State of DC thing, we were also talking about earlier, Kenna and Chris and everyone, we were all talking about earlier how there's been some content creators, they got to do some pretty big interviews with James Gunn today. And in those interviews, we learned a bit more about the DCU's current plans. And it's kind of interesting. We learned a little bit more about Salvation. We learned a little bit more about Mr. Miracle. We learned a little bit more about Lanterns. Stuff like that. I think it's pretty interesting. You want to lead us into this, Kenna?
Oh, I can just a little bit.
Obviously, James Gunn talks about Darkseid and the future of the DCU, Constantine 2 update. I might be either Magic or Thor on that mode. Yeah, that makes sense. I know you like those characters,
Oh,
Jake.
I also will say what's cool about the zombie PvE mode, I think that we don't have to worry about cooldowns that much, or we'll have our
Yeah,
abilities.
I heard that we wouldn't need the cooldown, that our abilities would just kind of keep flowing to try and survive the zombies.
Yeah, but anyways, back to the James Gunn interview. The one thing that stuck with me is that I said this in the group chat, but James Gunn said that he really likes he's fascinated by Jack Kirby's New Gods, and that he'll play around with it. So obviously he's going to be cherry picking, which we kind of already knew. And then I think it's interesting that for Mr. Miracle is going to be introduced, and the screenplay is apparently done, but he hasn't read it yet. So I'm sure once he goes over it, there will be new drafts, of course. And I think it's really interesting how in Creature Commando Season 1, when that came out, I remember there was an announcement of a Elseworld animated Mr. Miracle show. And so in the background, Mr. Miracle has always been kind of built up, but we kind of lost focus on it because of Clayface and Superman coming out, and of course Peacemaker. Yep. And so I think it's very interesting and a good take that, like, James Gunn is going to take Mr. Miracle, who is a very important character in the DC universe, but I feel like an adaptation kind of gets looked over a lot compared to how he actually is in like the comics. And so what I'm interested in is that it seemed to be, he said, Mr. Miracle is going to be introduced in his New Gods adaptation, whatever that looks like, if he is going to be in there, or his Elseworld project will be, the animated show will be his first introduction, and it will depend on whether that stays Elseworld or not. I can see it becoming more officially canon to the DCU over time. But yeah, I'm just excited about that.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that you had that, Luke. You got New Gods on here now. It's big. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So New Gods has, remember correctly, that's got Orion, right?
Yeah.
So, in New Gods?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm not very knowledgeable on New Gods, but I know you're a big Kirby guy, so I figured you might know.
I don't even know much about New Gods, to be honest. I think it's going to be really exciting, and just like one of the things that James Gunn said today, where Darkseid isn't like just the big bad the way that Thanos was, or there needs to be more than that. And I think
and the fact that he doesn't necessarily have like big plans for him at this moment, because he's literally like working on other things and not really looking at, as I was explaining to Kenna before the stream started, James Gunn isn't following the Marvel model. We don't need a big bad to move forward. We have like things in the story that kind of like, there are villains around the story, but it's all very much character focused and built into like the integral parts of the story and the characters. And it's not like, oh, this guy is a big bad and they're chasing MacGuffin and they're dealing with this thing. No, it's more like, hey, Rick Flag Sr. and the government and the corruption and Maxwell Lord, they all kind of have their own agendas, and we kind of have to fight them. Because Argus kind of has their problem. They're trying to control metahumans and do this, and then Maxwell Lord, employing superheroes and metas and all those things, but, Rick Flag Sr. don't seem to like that, so I wonder if those two will come to blows eventually, because I don't know if he's going to be a big fan of metahumans getting jobs, since he really hates metahumans, or Lex Luthor has kind of brainwashed him to hate them. So we'll have to see where that goes. But I think that's pretty interesting. And I was telling Kenna, we learned quite a bit more about how James Gunn kind of has talked about Salvation and how Salvation is not going to be what people think. They're not doing the dark side grounds. It's like he's telling people to temper kind of what to expect. So I think that's pretty cool. The fact that he's like, I like the idea of metas. Oh, is this Salvation or what's this we got up here?
No.
Is that for one of our next topics?
Yeah. Just keep on moving. It's all good.
Yeah, we'll keep it for later then. All right, so I think that that's pretty cool. And we also learned that James Gunn turned in his 4th draft of Man of Tomorrow now, and he said some stuff when he interviewed a pretty big DC YouTuber, Boba Talks, which I watched the whole interview. He said,
yeah, me too.
Basically, that Man of Tomorrow is the story of, it involves Lex Luthor and Superman, but Lex, instead of being more of a villain, Lex is more of a anti-hero in this movie sort of character, where they kind of are working together, but they're not necessarily like, they're not friends. They're not going to get ice cream around the corner shop or anything. They're working together just like because there's a threat that they got to fight together. But I'm sure Lex will stab Superman in the back anyway because it's Lex.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be something where it'll be like, I still think, and this is just my headcanon theory, and I want to know what you guys think. I think Man of Tomorrow ends with not only metas going to Salvation, but I think that there's a chance that how Chris and Superman meet is I think Superman might get stuck in Salvation at some point. Like, I just have a feeling that Lex is going to find some way to throw him in there. They're like, yep, you got your revenge, Rick. Now I'm going to get mine. Let's just throw them in here. They can be buddies together in this hellish prison. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the dinosaurs.
What I think is interesting is that if it ever does happen with the whole Constantine 2, maybe wanting to make it, Yeah, maybe wanting to talk about, maybe wanting to do it, maybe not, depending. I mean, I know James Gunn wants to do it. Seems like Keanu Reeves is still down to do it. I think it would be really interesting of just like how faster pace if it, let's say it does get confirmed and we're getting a second movie right on the way automatically. And if we have Superman being stuck in Salvation at the end of Man of Tomorrow, I think it would be interesting if how James Gunn would tie in Constantine, not directly immediately trying to like rescue them from Salvation, but Constantine does the magic sometimes and like the demons and like maybe that can be tied in somewhere. And then now this is just for me personally, but then Constantine to me means Zatanna, so I'm so I'm excited for her
Yeah,
to show up whenever she
Well,
comes up.
this
I'll be down for that.
Mhm.
this Constantine stuff that they're doing with Keanu Reeves is gonna be Elseworld. So if we do this, Constantine
Oh,
won't
I
probably
see.
have anything to do with the larger fantastical side. I do think we still could get a different style Constantine
Oh, for sure.
in the larger DC universe, but I think Constantine 2 is going to go in the vein of like the Batman 2, where it's going to be that Keanu Reeves wants to make this movie. It's got nothing to do with the DCU. It's going to be strictly because if you've seen the first Constantine movie, that Constantine really wouldn't fit into the larger DCU. It just wouldn't like when I think Constantine, I'm thinking British blonde, like yelling bullocks,
Right,
having,
right.
having with the trench coat, having the cigar, getting mad. That's how I see Constantine. Like when I see a Guillermo del Toro Justice League dark storyline,
Almost more of a Carl Urban vibe, really, than a Keanu
yeah,
Reeves vibe. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Definitely a Carl Urban vibe for sure. That's exactly where I was going with that. I don't know if he'd be cast, but I just say like the idea of that I think is definitely on paper.
Right, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, having it be Elseworld makes a lot of sense, but I still think it can obviously lead the gateway to the more official DCU Constantine, and then having him be connected to everything else that's going on.
It could just be simple that they're just going to use it to connect more magic to DC. Or it
Right.
might
Yeah.
be like, oh, hey, Constantine, Joe, tell Luke to check his Discord messages when he can. Oh, okay, Chris. Apparently you have messages to check.
Okay.
Yeah. No, so I think that's interesting because like I think like Constantine is one of those characters where I've seen the first movie. I like the first movie. I think it'll be interesting to see if this is a way to segue more magic projects and maybe even like, talking back on the animated Mr. Miracle project with New Gods and stuff, maybe that's something they explore too. Because I don't know too much about what Mr. Miracle's abilities are. Like, do you know kind of about what he can?
Mr. Miracle. Oh my God. So my
He's an
first
escape artist.
Miracle. Yeah, he's an escape artist. So
Scot free.
Yeah, I recently rewatched one of the Justice League episodes with him and Big Barda. No, Big Berta, or is it Barda? His
Oh, no,
wife.
you were right the last time, I think, yeah.
Okay, with him and his wife, and I remember my first. It's like his enemy is Granny Goodness, which I think once he'll like James Gunn will. That character is going to be so much fun in James Gunn's creative vision. Yeah, basically he's just an amazing escape artist, and he keeps upping up his tricks to see how like insane like traps that no other person could realistically get out of. And he does a team up with the Flash, and I think that would be fun to see if him and the Flash work together again. I really like their dynamic in the episode. They're on, I believe, in the episode, I believe they're on Apocalypse, like the planet. I can't remember, but
Yeah, it is. It's Apocalypse.
yeah, Apocalypse.
And Granny Goodness is there watching over.
Yeah, and they have to rescue their friend. Oh, what's his name? But he's a short little man, and like that's the bit and then his wife is like super tall, and like they make fun of each other for it.
That's funny.
So, I mean, I'm not
Big Barda.
Yeah, Big Barda. I don't know much about Mr. Miracle besides the few episodes that I've seen, and just like that's about it. Like that's really all I know about him. But I think he's a great character and he's very interesting. And then like because when when he was younger, Granny Goodness would experiment on him. That's how he eventually became the amazing escape artist that he is, because he was the only one who could escape Apocalypse, because the place is not, it's supposed to be, once you're in, you can't get out. You're stuck.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that makes sense.
I bet we'll definitely see that story told again, because that's his origin. But yeah, I'm just very excited in general for seeing Mr. Miracle content.
I agree.
I think that's gonna be very cool. Even though it's coming in the animated project, I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. So we're looking at Salvation here. Chris is chilling.
He's in Minecraft mode.
Yeah, that's like Kenna says. So I want to talk about this for a minute, because I told Kenna this. So Luke, I'm now convinced that just because how James Gunn's mind works, I think that we are definitely, Salvation was set up to give us, I think somehow something to do with Salvation is going to tie into the center from Justice League New Frontier. Because do you remember in the in the episode you heard the creatures?
Right.
I think this is tied to Dinosaur Island. I think that this is where Salvation is coming in.
Yeah, they brought that up. There's another one, Monsters Unleashed.
Yes.
Or is that a Marvel? That's DC, right?
DC Monster Unleashed. I believe there's a DC storyline with that title.
Yeah, I could be a little mistaken.
James Gunn mentioned to a lot of the interviews in the interviews today that he's more of a monster fan than he is a horror movie fan. So like, even though he got
right.
Like he talks about wanting to do a lot more monster stuff in DC.
I appreciated that a lot, because he was talking about how he likes the aspects of horror that exist within DC. And I think that's something that very much doesn't get grasped onto enough, because that very much exists in the DC universe. I don't even think about it enough, to be honest, because I'm an absolute lover of horror. You know what I mean? And if I kind of thought of DC more as like the horror home and like that aspect of it, rather than like, happy-go-lucky Marvel in a way.
I'm bored on monsters. I'd rather have monsters than straight up villains for a while, because Marvel's not doing anything with monsters, and I think that this is a really cool opportunity to like if we're gonna go for, like, I was talking to Kenna in the Suicide Squad, James Gunn gave us Starro. So when it comes to James Gunn, I'm all about the weird.
I agree.
And the wacky. So they want to go to the center. They want to set up Justice League, and they want to say the center and Dinosaur Island, and this is where we're going. Then I'm buying tickets day one, because I'm in for that shit. I love that idea of, like, I watched a bunch of, there's this Marvel content creator that was trying to make DC videos and said he knows the lore of DC, and I was like, I was laughing. It was so funny. It was like it was so funny watching him, like, trying to, like, what do you use, like Chat GPT to figure things out. And I was like, dude, you don't know nothing about DC. Just don't be recording about DC if you know nothing.
Sounds like he's ready to change the hierarchy of the DC universe.
Yeah, man. It sounds like he's going to be like The Rock. It's kind of crazy.
Too bad that Queen Elizabeth passed away. She can no longer see Peace season 2.
Oh, yeah.
So you probably don't know.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you got to explain that one.
Okay, so when Black Adam was when The Rock was promoting Black Adam, Queen Elizabeth passed away, and there's a real tweet where he's like, blah blah blah, she was a great lady in my prayers. It's so sad that she could never see the magnificent Black Adam coming to theaters on October 24th or 23rd. Like, that was a tweet that he made, and it was just so ridiculous. But yeah, I think
we're definitely gonna have to do that, Chris. I think that'd be great. Yeah, no, I think that's awesome.
The anime is so good.
Yeah, so we're looking at Salvation here. I think I think we're gonna start to see some stuff with Salvation, and I really do. Even though he's only talked about it briefly, he talked about it a little bit today. I really think Lanterns is gonna be the place where Salvation starts to become more apparent to us. I don't know what way yet. I haven't figured out I haven't, like, you ever see those, like, meme pictures of the guy that's got all, like, the thread lines, like the murder boards, like, all the stuff. I don't got my murder board set up yet, but, like, I'm starting to get some lines are starting to get drawn. I'm starting to see some things.
My best guess of how Lanterns could tie into Salvation is that as far as we only know that it's a very sci-fi show, and lanterns, they're in space. So I'm sure in their journey somewhere, when they're exploring different worlds and seeing what's going on, that's how they'll stumble upon, or they'll be looking for salvation. That's my best guess.
Space boys, gotta go find them. Gotta
Yeah.
go get a space boy's gonna go find out what's going on in this other dimension. They're throwing metahumans in. Oh, what do we got here? We got another image up here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh yes, the Justice League.
That's from Retro. That's what he was sending me.
I see.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
Red Tornado, love Red Tornado.
Yeah, there's some great characters in this are Power Girl, Black Canary, Green Arrow.
Question.
Yeah, the question here. Zartana's in here, but the StreamYard thing is kind of cutting her off. Classic Aquaman here. I don't know who that girl in the green is up there. She's got like the green outfit, the green hair.
That's Fire.
Is that Fire?
That's Fire. I think that's her name. There's a comic series going on, I think, where it ended recently, where she has, I don't know much about her. I just see her a lot, but she has like a partner who's another. She has like a duo. It's Fire and Ice.
Oh yeah, I see Captain Atom there. We've heard a little bit about him. Funny enough, I see both Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner in here.
I see Mr. Gold, Vixen, Hawkgirl, Hawkman. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember who my dude is with the next to the question in the back there.
Oh, I know. Oh, he was in the Injustice games, and I've seen him in the cartoons. Oh my God, what's his name? He's like the Human Torch, but it's not that.
Yeah, but he has an old man inside of him though.
You're talking about Firestorm? Yeah, I talked about Firestorm already.
Is it Firestorm?
Yep, it's Firestorm.
Man, I couldn't remember his name at all. Wow. I gotta get back into my Legion of Superheroes, Legion of Creators.
Who's that with the T? Let's see what he's talking
T?
about. Oh,
Red Tornado.
You're talking about Red Tornado Underground. That's who we're talking about.
He's like honestly the better Vision. I said he's like a robot.
The better Vision.
Better Vision. His powers are extremely different, but robot wanting to be human-ish. Yeah.
I like how Booster Gold is hanging out with Hawkman.
Yeah.
And then Huntress doesn't even want to be in this photo. She's just like hanging out by the side. Huntress is
she's with Supergirl and Captain Atom.
Yeah, but if you look at her posture in this picture, she's like, I want no part in this. Like,
yeah.
She's just like hiding. She's like, nope, not happening. Is that in the back next to that other Green Lantern? Is that Morgan? Megan up there? Looks very Martian.
I'm not sure.
No.
See what I'm looking at? Who is it, Kenna? Can you tell?
So you said next to
one of the Green Lanterns at the top above
yeah, next to Guy? Or no. Oh
no, way back. Way back up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, that looks like Metamorpho.
Oh, is it Metamorpho? Because I'm looking I'm looking at someone that is looking very Martian.
That's Metamorpho because look, he has a gray head and then he has fire around him, and then you can kind of see the purple on his arms and shoulders. That's Metamorpho. These eyes do not lie.
It's just a different look for him. Oh, I guess Mr. Miracle's in this one somewhere too. I think I see him in the back.
Yeah, he's way in the back, almost center.
Yeah, Mr. Miracle's in the back.
This is like the Where's Waldo of DC characters. Like, let's find whoever we can find.
Yeah, no, it's great. I have one like this at Marvel.
It's hardly half of them too.
What'd you say?
Oh yeah, I have a huge one of this for like Marvel above all my comics. It's so good.
You have one with your comics like that? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's almost as big as I am.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. What else? What other news did we have this week?
Oh yeah, we had So let's see. Do I have So let's see. Celebration's done. We're done with this one.
It's not really news, but I guess like, you know how like the Batman 2, everyone's like, who is the main villain gonna be? I'm still really on the whole like I would really love it to be Mad Hatter as the bad guy compared to like the Court of Owls or literally anybody else.
Well, it's gonna be tied to the Court of Owls. I think I think
Well,
Mad
yeah, but
Hatter.
I don't want it to be. We can set up the Court of Owls. That's fine.
What I'm saying is it's going to be Mad Hatter, but then the twist is going to be, from what I'm hearing, it's going to be Mad Hatter, but then he's working for the Court of Owls, and then they set it up for the third film. Like, that's
I kind of like that, or like, you know, he's not like working for that, or, you know what I mean? He's like unwillingly working for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's possible.
Like, yeah, I think that makes more sense. And he's like, I don't even really know who I'm working for. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And like Batman, like that's what I would want, you know, because I want for him to not even know, because I want Batman to be like completely taken back by the idea that something exists in his city that he has no idea about. Because like part of when that story starts up comic wise, that's like part of the theme of it is like Batman knows the city like the back of his hands. And for there to be like this underground cult that he knows nothing about was like earth shattering for him. And I want that aspect of it to be brought through so badly if they ever do it live action.
Hey, Chosen. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. What is this other photo you had here?
Who's that standing above Hawkwoman a little bit to the left?
Oh yeah, we can go back to the photo.
Yeah, we could. Ninja Gaiden 4 comes out today.
Oh,
are you excited about that? Is that why you put that picture there?
Yes, sir. I'm going to be streaming Ninja Gaiden 4 right after this, actually.
Did you want a segment on that? Do you need to talk about your feelings about Ninja Gaiden 4?
Not really. You know, it's just the fact that the new one's coming out, and I'm excited.
Your voice cracked during that. That sounds like you have something to say about Ninja Gaiden 4. It's
no, no. Like I just want to play it. You know, I don't really have much to say other than that. I hope it's good. I hope it's as challenging as the previous ones. I think it will be.
So this was so you were asking Melissa about
it's Vixen.
It's Vixen. Okay, yep. Luke, I have a twist for the Batman 3 where the Court of Owls killed the Waynes and the Graysons. Yeah, I've heard that theory.
Killed the Waynes and the Great. Oh, I think I've heard that too. I don't know though. Like, I'm kind of the mindset that like this guy from Comic Conspiracy, Ryan Higgins, he's always said where it's like he really enjoys the idea of like the guy who killed Batman's parents being a nobody. And I have to say, I'm very much of that mindset. You know, like I like
Frost or whatever.
Yeah, and him not really being able to ever truly get revenge on this person, like Joe Chill.
Joe Chill.
Right, yeah. Like I like the idea it's like so ambiguous he doesn't know it. The idea is like he's just against crime, not like someone's face of crime.
Well, the whole idea that they did was what they did do with Joe Chill and stuff in some of the comics was that the court wasn't above hiring random. They had their talented assassins, but then would hire random people and then have them offed. So like they would have no ties to them because you could get someone like Joe Chill and then he's a nobody, right? So like you wouldn't even know that the court had hired them because they had literally hired someone and then killed them. Like,
and I like that. Like, I think that's logical and it makes sense and it's fine. Mm-hmm. I just personally really like the idea of like Batman stands for like just against all crime, like the complete happenstance of this happening to him by complete unfortunate stance. Like, you know, like just the completely unlikelihood of what happened happening. And I like that idea behind it more than I like you know, somebody put a hit out or this was behind some giant organization. Right, and again, I think that makes total sense, almost more sense, you know, but I just really like the idea that, you know, it's just like, it could be anybody. It could be nobody that did it really.
I heard a story beat about the Batman 2 recently. I don't know how true it is, but there's a story beat going around that Robert Pattinson's Batman is not going to want to be Batman in this movie. He's going to want to be more Bruce Wayne. And that he's going to
make sense.
And then he's going to get pushed to be Batman, like as an actual, like it's going to actually become his mission. He's going to see like, oh, I don't know what Batman can do that Bruce Wayne can't do, and then I think he's going to get pushed into because say something that Mad Hatter's the villain, something that Mad Hatter does pushes him from the limelight into like realizing, oh, I can be Bruce Wayne and Batman, but Batman is also needed. And
Did it? Sorry.
Oh, what were you gonna say? Did
it ever get confirmed that the remember in the beginning when the Batman was coming out and people were like, of course, breaking down every single detail they could, and the bat symbol on his suit they were saying was made from a gun, like Joe Chill's gun.
It still had cannon, but no one's ever confirmed it, from what I know of.
Yeah, and I'd be curious because if it was ever confirmed, then you're going down the Joe Chill road in the future at some point.
Do that would be pretty cool if that's like his way to like think he's honoring getting his vengeance on their killer. That would be interesting if that's.
Well, I love the idea too that like he does get his vengeance, like he beats him to a like next to being dead, and like kind of has his realization of what does it even do? You know what I mean?
It doesn't change anything, yeah.
Right, like it's really just about fighting the idea of crime. That is what his purpose is, not right, really not revenge.
You're right, because the whole point of Batman is that the reason he inspires hope in a different way that like Superman does, because the whole point is like he doesn't want another child in Gotham to be in that same alleyway, to like have the same thing happen to them. That's the whole point, is that he's trying to prevent that from not just like children in Gotham, but just like everybody, because as much as it is cool that like you could have the Court of Owls send Joe Chill to be, as an assassin to take out the Waynes, the way that the story has been told originally, it doesn't really, I feel like it doesn't make a lot of sense, because the whole point of Joe Chill is that it's something that could happen to anyone, like being mugged in an alleyway and then having it go fatally wrong. That's what I like about it. Like that's very realistic. And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad idea with the Court of Owls, but it's also just like a little over the top, but it can work though.
Yeah, they could make it work. I like what Chris is saying about talking about Pattinson being Bruce for an hour, sets up Wayne Enterprises, Lucas Fox, the politics with the mayor, because she speaks to him in the first movie. Then while he speaks to the mayor, you meet Harvey Dent, which that could happen. I could see that.
Yeah, I'm excited for more Bruce Wayne, because my only nitpicky critique that I had about the first Batman movie is that I wish we got to see more of Bruce Wayne, but I understand why.
I think
we got like none of it. Yeah, we got like where's Bruce Wayne? Where's Alfred? We've like got no real connection between Alfred and Bruce Wayne in this movie. Like when Alfred is like in danger of getting hurt, like you can't even really feel it. You know what I mean? Because it's like.
I think that's because the first movie, Matt Reeves mentioned that like the way that the reason they went with Nirvana's Something in the Way in the theme was because of the fact that they were looking at Bruce Wayne being Batman as kind of a Cobain thing, like basically him involved in drugs and just like kind of like
which I like it. Drugs, I love the vibe of the Batman in that way, like big time, bro. Big time. I love the memes that were going around. Yeah, I love the memes going around at first. That was like something in the way. Like it'd be like somebody just like all emoed out.
Seeds, just a Hugo Strange file in the Batman 2. That'd be pretty interesting. So I'm debating between talking about my big scoop first or jumping into Q&A first, because I know that there's some Q&A stuff that people
let's save Q&A for last year's scoop.
Yeah, it was okay. So I was watching a stream today from our good friend, the Den of Nerds, and we got some Star Wars stuff to talk about. It's pretty wild. I told Kenna. So we might now know everything from like all the way back to Clone Wars Season 7. Everything might not be 100% Kathleen Kennedy's fault. So yesterday, I know that's wild, right? What?
What? Pray tell, who are we talking about?
Well, so let's see. So going back to this, Quan's joining us. Yeah, go ahead. No worries. So based on the information that I've been hearing about this, including what Josh said earlier today, where he got from his best source, has been telling him all his best information, what's been happening, and this happened on the heels. Yep, Bob Iger Chris, we're going to talk about him in a minute. Because I'm going to make this into a video as well, because this is big stuff. But so basically what happened is all the way back to Clone Wars Season 7, Kathy has actually been trying to support, like, all the way back to, like, making the Clone Wars and continuing it. Dave and Kathy wanted to make more seasons of Clone Wars. Bob Iger hated everything that George Lucas stood for and took his company and did nothing. And so he just tried to cut everything off. He hated the prequels. He wanted to cut everything off. And so he said, Dave, you know what? Dave's like, I want to tell this really cool story of Maul fighting Dooku and Grievous on, like, in the comics, Son of Dathomir, and adapt it into animation. And Bob goes to Kathy and Dave like, no, you get 12 episodes. That's it. That's your end to Clone Wars, and just like shuts it down.
Oh my god!
And this all started back with this article. So Adam Driver, I don't know if you saw this. Adam Driver broke NDA yesterday. Adam Driver says that him and Steven Soderbergh, after Rise of Skywalker, wrote a Kylo Ren movie called The Hunt for Kylo Ren, or The Hunt for Kylo Ren, and that the script was amazing. And basically Lucasfilm was on board with it. Dave was on board with it. Kathleen was on board with it. Everyone was on board with it. But then they brought it to Bob Iger, and Bob Iger said no. And so, interesting. We'll read that in a minute, Chris. But basically, Iger, basically he canceled that film. Adam Driver was pissed about that, so he dropped an NDA on that. Basically was like, I don't know if I can talk about this, but it's canceled, so might as well. And then this sparked this whole stuff coming out. And now, so we start with the T of the Clone Wars stuff, where that was only the beginning. You're like, what? How far does this go? Oh, this goes pretty far back. So then after Clone Wars stuff, things went the way they went. We had it in the sequels. We know that if you read Bob Iger's book, Bob basically blackmailed George into giving Lucasfilm to Iger, and we're not apologetic. And earlier this week, George Lucas actually made a statement saying that Disney took his vision and their vision of Star Wars isn't Star Wars, and that doesn't care about Star Wars, doesn't support it anymore. He just wants to work on his museum and do his thing, which that's very true to his brand. So because he felt betrayed because Bob Iger, they meet about Force Awakens, and the rule with Force Awakens is, hey, for this first movie, I wrote you guys. Oh, you putting on a cape? That's pretty cool. I he's got a mask too. That's crazy. So is that your Batman? That's awesome.
I'm the bad man.
Yo, Joe.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chosen.
Can I just say something real quick about the Kylo Ren thing?
Yeah.
You see that? Listen, I had my problems with DC in the past, all the way back. I have my problems with Marvel, but Star Wars is really pissing me off. This is the one coming that really pisses me off.
But the bad thing about this doesn't even come from Star Wars. This is from the top. This is from the CEO of Disney putting his nose in places his nose did not belong.
So instead of a Kylo Ren project, right? Instead of seeing more Kylo Ren, we get the Acolyte.
Yep.
Wow. Just wow. Congratulations.
Because Iger wants everything of Lucas's gone, and he wanted to do his own thing. And it wasn't good. And so this feels like the biggest twist in a movie. So yeah, it's crazy. So then we keep getting more and more down this stuff. We head into so we talk about Force Awakens. So George is like, hey, Bob, everyone, they brought him in. They're like, hey, here's the script. He's been sweating. He's become.
I can't even blame him. Star Wars is pissing me off.
So then he basically comes and he's like, "Hey, he's like, we're really excited to show you this script." And then, by the way, Bob Iger's like, Kathleen was trying to set him down gently, but Bob Iger's like, "Yeah, by the way, we didn't use your script for this movie." And so then he shows him the script for Force Awakens, and George is livid and walks out. Whatever. We hear silence from him for a while. He doesn't support Force Awakens. All this stuff happens, and then we segue into that. Then Kathleen starts telling Bob, hey, with these sequels, I want Rey and Luke to be like a duo. Like, I want to tell the story of Rey being Luke's apprentice and actually build a good story, right? Bob's like, no, Luke, no nothing, because that ties the George's work. So it's like, no, nothing to George, nothing to prequels, nothing to do with George. And so then we go over to Rise of Skywalker, right? And Rise of Skywalker is supposed to be much more different. Basically, bringing Abrams back to Rise of Skywalker. Iger killed Luke. Iger wanted Luke gone. Iger wanted Force Awakens. Iger probably killed Ben Solo as well because Iger did not want anything with the Skywalker bloodline to exist anymore. He's like, nope, this is tied to Lucas. I want it gone. No prequel stuff. No nothing. And then we go from this. This is where it gets even crazier. Okay, it gets even crazier. Now, no, that's impossible. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Fun. I'm telling you, this is the truth. This is the gospel right here. What I'm telling you, this is crazy shit.
Yeah, it is, Joe.
And so then we go into our most favorite show ever, right? The Obi-Wan show. So they come up to the Obi-Wan show.
I don't know about our favorite.
I know it's a joke. It's a meme.
Oh.
Yeah. So then we go into this whole thing where Obi-Wan was meant to be a movie, a trilogy. Kathleen really wanted it to happen. It's like, hey, we got this guy, what's his name? Stuart Beattie, who made several drafts for Lucasfilm in the past and made really good projects. And he was really stoked about this trilogy. Iger's like, oh, you're doing a trilogy about prequel content? Nope. Gone.
Are you serious?
Sorry. And they made them cut it up into the freaking show that they made and just infuriated.
No.
That makes sense. I feel like watching Obi-Wan was like so disjointed at times, especially when they like did the whole Vader versus Obi thing. Yeah, no, that's I hate that scene.
That fight, bro.
The sad thing is we're not even done. That's the sad thing.
And also, Jake, that is not true, Jakey boy. You can get out here.
Bob hates Lucas, Chris. Bob hates Lucas, so he wanted to ruin his big character. He's like, I want to take this hero and cut him out of the story. But
we got the Kylo Ren. We got the Kylo Ren project here that Adam Driver wanted to do, and you fumbled it.
They had a good person. The crazy thing is, this Adam Driver project we found out about yesterday is literally like they had a big director attached to this I never thought would be attached to Star Wars. Steven Soderbergh was working on this with Adam Driver.
You know what pisses me off, Joe? So you bring back Palpatine, right? You bring back Palpatine, you bring back Darth Maul, you bring back Anakin. Hold on, you bring back Anakin, you bring back all these characters, but you can't bring back Kylo Ren. That's cool. I'm being sarcasm, guys. I'm being sarcasm.
So, like, what do you even get out of this, though? Like, what did you achieve, Bob? Poor sales and hatred of Star Wars?
Yeah.
Like, what did you actually achieve? Like, once people actually find that out about you, too, they're gonna fucking hate you. You know what I mean?
We got to the best part yet. I already told Ken the best part. When do we talk about Mando and Grogu? That's the real cherry.
Oh my god, I'm not ready, bro.
Mando and Grogu is all Bob. All Bob, by the way. Kathleen had nothing to do with it. David had nothing to do with it. Bob's like, we need to put a
Kathleen has nothing to do with that.
I want this cash grab. Give me all the Baby Yoda merch you can. It's
not a bad show. I mean,
no, this is the movie. This is the movie, not the show. Well, there was a script for Mando season 4, and Mando season 3 getting screwed over was all because of Bob's plan. Because Bob didn't want the Mandoverse to succeed.
I have a question.
Mandoverse? Oh my god.
So wait, Joe, quick question. So Kathleen Kennedy has nothing to do with this?
Well, she's involved in it, but she kind of has to sit there if she wants to keep her paycheck. She has to sit there and kind of
just take it.
And just take it.
Okay, I take back everything I said about her. I take back everything.
Crazy, man. Crazy stuff. Bob's crazy, man. Bob's crazy. I had to tell you guys about this. When I heard about this today, I was like, holy crap. I knew Bob was horrible, but...
Joe,
you have a question, Kenna? Go ahead.
Yeah, you called earlier, and you were telling me about the Mando. So when this movie was announced, I thought, oh, this is just season 4 mushed together into a movie. But then I remember you telling me that we're still gonna see a season 4 of Mando.
We won't now.
Not anymore. Oh, okay.
We were going to get a season 4 with a good script, with a good story, and Bob just said, "You're not making Star Wars movies, which means you're not making me money. So you need to make a movie."
And I'm very, very intrigued with all this news coming out. I'm very intrigued what is going to happen with the Starfighter movie.
Yeah, I'm intrigued too. I can't wait to see what they spill with Sean
Because here's the
Levy.
thing: if the Mando and Grogu movie flop really hard, I don't think Starfighter is gonna get canceled, but it will hurt it.
Will get affected. Yeah. I mean,
It would-
the fact that this news is becoming more and more public because the guy that reported on this news on a live stream is a big content creator and has a huge audience. This news is out there now. Like you guys just found out about it today because I watched the stream and stuff, and I'm also going to do a video about it. But it won't take long for this to gain traction, and then Bob's reputation it's going down the toilet because he's
well, it's only Bob Iger has. It's been like building up. People have had issues with Bob Iger forever.
But
So
this is like
just gonna
this
add
is,
more.
thing,
people to
just
the fight.
imagine if like I told you earlier, kind of just imagine we find out there's some stuff behind the scenes about Marvel that he's influenced on too now, because then this is gonna go crazy. Because I do think he did some things with Marvel too. I don't think Feige's a saint, but I do think that there is some truth to Bob messing with Marvel as well. Because
Yo, Joe.
yeah,
Speaking of the Kylo Ren thing, did you check out the Chosen One's video about that?
I've been meaning to watch it. I didn't get to watch it yet. I might have to because
He was pissed off, Joe.
Thing. This is the best thing about the Kylo Ren thing. This thing's how stupid freaking Disney is, right? Listen to this. Listen to what Bob said. The reason they canceled this Kylo Ren project after they decided to bring back Palpatine and Maul's been sliced in half and came back to life, right?
Yeah.
You know why they said they wouldn't do the Kylo Ren project?
What?
Oh, he died. He can't come back. I'm like,
what?
What?
Oh, that makes no sense.
You agreed with the movie that just lost $90 million. It was revealed later this week. Lost insane amount of money off an insane budget. Where you literally have Oscar Isaac playing Poe Dameron saying somehow Palpatine returned.
Oh, Poe.
Yeah,
All I have to say.
Let me go back. Hold on. Let me say something.
Hold on. One little thing. One little thing.
Yeah.
Nobody ever really dies.
I know.
Nobody ever
I'm
really
saying
died
this right.
before.
Hold on.
Well, Luke says in one of the movies, he says no one is really ever gone. So,
Bro,
I mean,
it's so dumb to me because we back in episode 6, right? We see Vader, he beats Palpatine. Palpatine's gone, and suddenly he comes back. But then when what's it called, Kylo Ren is gone, he can't come back.
Yeah, and it's like, and if you look at Kylo Ren's death would be the most plausible person to come back.
Why are like total idiots in charge of this stuff? I just don't get it. Like how did this happen?
You know what's sad, Joe?
Fan films are killing it right now, bro.
You know what's sad, Joe? If this Kylo Ren project happened, I have a feeling. I know the sequels aren't the best, but maybe this project could have maybe redeemed the sequel because, and then obviously they fumbled it because they.
You know what's the real best part about this whole thing, though? That's even crazier. If this Mando season 4 was gonna happen, you know what Mando season 4 was gonna be about?
What?
They were gonna redeem Boba Fett. Mando season 4 was gonna actually have Boba have a big role, and they were gonna actually make things right with what they did in Book of Boba Fett. They were gonna make him.
Why didn't you see? This is my
arc.
issue. You want to do something, but you don't do it.
These guys are so idiots, man. I just can't even believe that Bob had this much control.
Like, does Bob not realize what the fans want? Like, does he not pay attention to the comments and like replies?
He has his vendetta against Lucas. He's like, oh, anything that the Lucas fans love, we need to get them out of here. We want to make new fans. We want to get these new fans happy. They love all this
personally,
stuff.
Joe, I love Darth Maul, and I'm excited to see him. Whatever. But the one character I always wanted to see come back because of how much he's been carrying the sequel was Kylo Ren. I wanted to see him come back.
I would have loved the Kylo Ren project because I think that his character was awesome. I would have wanted to see more of him because I think that out of the sequel stuff. Oh, we got a Bob Iger picture. Oh god,
throw that one up. There we go.
Yeah, please.
There's the guy. There he is. Yeah.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yeah, get rid of him, bro. We don't need this.
We need to get rid of this.
Put James Gunn back on.
Yeah, we should put the actual.
Just give James Gunn every single property. Just like you make all the movies for this. That would be a lot on his plate, though.
Honestly,
you can run Disney now.
You know what's crazy? If James Gunn.
What do you think a James Gunn Star Wars movie would look like, guys? I mean, Guardians is pretty good. What do you think? What do you think a Star Wars movie by James Gunn would look like? I'm curious. Like,
I think what he would do. I think because if people like what you said, Guardians of the Galaxy, he would do something different for it to not be compared to Guardians of the Galaxy. Because Gunn is kind of a person where he definitely has his like motifs of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
thing, but I think he would do something completely different. I think, honestly, I wish he did Force Awakens because I think he would have handled a great story of like Finn being a stormtrooper turned Jedi. Like that
Oh,
would
yeah, he
be
would have done that great. Dude, he would have done that great. It would have been like Mr. Terrific, but better. He probably would have cast. He probably wouldn't even had John Boyega. He probably would have had the
You
guy
know,
as Mr.
Joe,
Terrific. He's like,
you
you
know
know
the
who
one
I am?
thing.
I'm a goddamn Jedi, bro.
You know the one
Actually,
thing.
I also wish James Gunn did Skeleton Crew. I think he would do a better space pirate movie. That would be fun. I know
James,
that would also get.
That would have been awesome. We probably would have
also,
had
Joe,
Hondo in
another
it.
thing
Would have
James
Hondo
Gunn would
in it.
do. You know what he would do, Joe? He would
Yeah.
actually make sure the Kylo Ren project would happen. That's what James Gunn would do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they all would have had potential for. I mean, it's really sad because like Adam Driver, we've thought for a long time has really been vocal about, like we thought that he just really was. We know a lot of the actors were unhappy with what they did, but like he really was like unhappy with what they did. And he said that he loved this character. This article, if you guys haven't checked out this article about
That sucks.
him announcing
He's a
all
good
this-
actor.
Yeah,
Bro,
when
he was.
announced how
You know what's
passionate
crazy, bro?
character.
He was
I
in.
think it's crazy
He
he
was
had
in
someone
so
like
much pain. You know
Soderbergh
what's funny?
writing this
He-
script because you
He
look
was
at
in so
Soderbergh's
much
script,
pain, Joe. You know
Star
why?
Wars is really what? Really, Chris? Oh God, why would Campion support him?
But Joe, he was in so much pain. You know why? Adam Driver was in so much pain because he was carrying the sequel. So crazy.
Yeah, he carried it all over his back, man. He carried them sequels on his back. Surprised that when he took off his shirt for Ray, we didn't see some serious bruises on that back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. This is
Ben Swallow, yeah, should have had some serious bruises up in there with Bob Iger's signature on there, just like.
yeah. John can't. I don't know what he's what
I
he's
hated
thinking in
that
his head.
name when he called him that. That was so stupid, Jake, because he was talking about his business class. I'm like, oh, how he knows business because he's a cutthroat businessman. I mean, yeah. I mean, oh, we got a new picture on here. Okay, what we got here?
Yeah.
Oh
he
yeah,
came
Maul
back
being
just
sliced
fine.
in half. Dang.
All
I am
can
looking
say-
forward to the Maul show.
I
The
was-
Maul
Me
show.
too, because it's animated.
I was gonna
so
say, Joe. I was about to say that actually.
Yeah,
he's one of my
That's
favorite
hilarious, Chris.
Silver Lining.
Chris said his fiance said the best scene of the sequel was Paul Rudd shirtless scene.
Oh, dude. Okay, so here's the thing. It would have been hot, but Kylo Ren has his pants like up to here. It looks
Yeah, that was
so
weird.
bad. You can't even see his abs. So I'm like, what's the point of having him shirtless? Because
Yeah, it was
you're
a
obviously
weird-
trying to get a hot appeal with Adam Driver, but you're doing it wrong.
What's funny is that as much as we shit on the Acolyte,
Yeah,
the Acolyte actually did that scene better with that one guy, Chimere, or whatever his name
Potter.
is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think the silver lining for Star Wars right now, in my opinion, is the animated shows, some of them, but mostly them, and
I'm
the
looking
video
forward
games.
to Visions, man. I'm looking forward to them all. I still think Filoni's gonna bring home Ahsoka season 2 because I'm ready for Balin and Anakin to start boxing, man. I've been waiting for this, man. I want to see Anakin get thrown around like a ragdoll.
Ahsoka.
I think it's gonna be
Bro,
cool.
I'm just gonna say right now, Joe. Out of all the shows, Ahsoka season 2 is the only one I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm even gonna do watch parties for that show because I'm hyped for that one actually. Because they're actually tapping into my favorite part of Clone Wars, which is the Mortis gods.
Gotta stop drinking green milk, Luke.
Luke, how's your green milk from the
My
island?
bad.
Better sleep with the one open tonight. Bob Iger might get you.
Yeah, so I had to.
Oh, I sleep with the window
end
open
stream-
and the fan. So
I had to end the stream by spilling the tea. I got no love for Iger, so I had to spill it. But if you guys were wondering, if you haven't checked out my review yet, me and Kenna did also see a movie this week. We did see Tron Ares.
oh.
did see-
Right.
We did see Jared Leto.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Tornadoes. Yeah. Jared, what's his name?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Yeah, you can
The
go.
Joker?
The
Morbin time?
Joker, baby.
Yeah, we saw. You know what's funny? We saw Morbin
No,
Time 2
man.
with
That's your
yeah.
girl, Joker. I ain't gonna touch Harley Quinn.
It's Morbin
Oh.
time. It's Morbin time.
Now,
Like,
I did not see Morbius. Joey did that by himself. I did not do that. I only
good
saw.
because that movie.
You didn't
is a
see
waste of
Morbius
time.
yet?
No! Why would I? Why would I watch it?
No,
You
Joe. No.
You
Don't
should watch it.
No.
That's gonna be our next
I
watch
got
party.
better.
You gotta
No,
watch.
she's
You
not
gotta watch
watching.
Morbius.
That is a waste of time.
We've all suffered. You need to suffer.
No.
As I have.
What do you mean we suffered?
I haven't seen it either.
You know what, Joe?
Morbius
You didn't
yet?
suffer yet,
Oh,
Joe. You
man.
didn't. No. You didn't suffer yet, Joe.
I don't care that Matt Smith is in it. I'm not watching it.
After Madam Web, I could not do the Sony movies anymore. So Morbin Time, Craven, I didn't see those.
Craven yet, but I kind of tempted to watch it. Just
You
to
know
see
what?
how bad
I
it
will
is.
watch Craven. I'm very curious about Craven. I will not watch anything else though.
I
You
like
know what's
Aaron
interesting,
Taylor
Joe?
Johnson. I watch it.
Mhm.
Madam Web, listen, I don't not like Madam Web. I
It's
just find
free
the
on
only
streaming right now.
good
Might as well
thing.
check it out.
The only good thing about Madam Web is Sydney Swing. That's the only thing. I don't like anything else about that movie. That movie's.
Does Jared Leto say it's Tron time?
Oh, that was a good one, Doctor Strangerverse.
Unfortunately,
Say
but you know, but okay, I followed him on Instagram, but you know who does say it's Troning time? On his caption, Cameron Monaghan said it on his like Instagram post behind the scenes. And I'm like, you know what you were doing. I feel like you had to be referencing Morbin Time because you knew it was a Jared Leto film. And he
Oh,
said,
you mean the dude that's actually awesome that is in 0%
Okay.
seconds of this film?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
dude that's
What
actually
is-
the lead character?
That's a funny question, Oregon. What is Madam Web? It's a movie where Sydney Sweeney shines a lot.
Oh, it was Carrie Fisher's birthday today. Rip Carrie Fisher,
Oh
man.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
funny.
Her scene where she's flying through space with the Force after the ship explodes in The Last Jedi.
Super Space Leia.
It kills.
Have you seen it with the John Williams Superman theme? It's the greatest thing ever. It's a
Oh
cinematic.
no, I should.
Bro, honestly,
Cinematic
The Last Jedi, honestly, I wish The Last Jedi never existed because what they did to Luke, bro, I'm still not over that.
Hold on. Wait, what? Sorry, what did you have something you were going to say about that scene?
No, I got nothing.
She
else.
just
No.
not even you. I meant Kenna, but she disappeared. So it's all good.
It says BRB. She'll be right back. She says.
Oh, she'll be right back. I was curious. I was like, what happened?
Okay. Chris says Wizard of Oz Leia. Oh God.
You know
Yeah,
what, Retchlad? Man, you know that movie sucks. Also, Jake, earlier you said Reva's a great character. No, she's one of the worst characters. Reva sucks. I wish Vader got rid of her.
Oh, in comics we do have something. We do have kind of a cool story to talk about comics wise that we didn't talk about yet. We're getting
What's
a
that?
Batman Beyond and Static Shock comic book, guys.
Oh yeah, I did hear about
Cool.
that.
Crossover.
You know,
Crossover. Okay, cool.
Batman-
I like that.
Comics are hitting, man. Comics are hitting.
honestly, Joe, you're making me.
My
Honestly,
buddy hit
Joe,
me up today. My buddy I haven't heard from in a long time. Luke hit me up today, and you know what he hit me up and said today? He
What?
said, "Yo, bro, you reading the Absolute comics right now? DC's absolutely killing it in comics, man. I'm reading more DC than I'm reading Marvel right now." I was like, "What? What?" He just hit me
Why
up.
don't Joe? Why don't we read Absolute Batman Volume 1 for next week?
Let's do it next week. I want to do it. I got to read that Absolute, man.
We could do Superman as well if you want, and just talk about the two of them. That would be kind of cool.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I like that. I have both, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're talking about the Batman Beyond and Static Shock thing. It was just announced, so I'm not sure.
No. The Absolute
no wonder I
Batman
was
and
asking
Absolute.
But
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
Absolute. Yeah, we'll read Absolute next week. I'm down. I'm ready for it.
Yo, Retchlad said, Chosen, if you want to forget about Last Jedi, watch Dune. Yeah, I will. Because, you know, I wish there's a way where I can go back in time and redeem The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Just it won't heal you. You know why? Because it's Dune. It's not Star Wars. If you want to be healed in a Star Wars sense, you need to play Star Wars Jedi Survivor, because that is a great game and it's a new piece of Star Wars
Jedi
content.
Survivor.
You know another
Yeah.
thing I would do actually?
It's a really good game.
You know what? Another thing I would do though, to make it more better, I'll probably watch Revenge of the Sith to make it
Yes,
even
sir.
better.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Or you could watch Visions. People like that a lot.
I just
Oh, yeah, I did
want
hear.
freaking Kyle Katarn, bro. Give me more Dark Forces. I want Kyle Katarn.
Oh my God! Why is there not a Kyle Katarn like animated series? That would absolutely be amazing. Yeah.
Because Bob Iger hates everything fun, and he won't
I
give
guess
us what
so.
we want.
Isn't he done now? I thought he was out.
No, he's still at the company for now.
He
He's trying to
he
force
was
Kathleen
almost
out in
out
January,
before
though.
he fit in.
Disney needs a whole rework. Like, get
You
rid
know
of
what?
Iger,
You know what I'm gonna do, guys?
Kathleen Kennedy, Kevin Feige, get rid of them all.
You know what I'm
Get
gonna
outta
do,
here.
Joe?
We
You know
don't
what I'm
need
gonna do,
none of
Joe?
y'all. Get out of here.
Guess what I'm gonna do, Joe? To all of them. Guess what I'm gonna go break into a company. I'm gonna do the Shallow and Sunset on all of them.
Shallow and Sunset, everybody.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be the company now. I'm
I
gonna
want to
take over.
keep Dave. He's still got good ideas. He's the
You
only
work
permanent
for
elected-
me now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take over the company, and I'm gonna make sure all you guys get the best thing from
Well,
Marvel
what we
and
could
Star
do,
Wars.
what we could do is the best plan is let's get rid of all these fools. Let's give Marvel to Favreau because I think Favreau would cook it and go crazy. And so then we're gonna get Favreau over there, do the Marvel thing, chill, whatever. Filoni can just finally do what he wants instead of getting blocked for everything and actually get the Star Wars shit he wants to do. Finally, so then we can actually get the two brothers, well not brothers, but like two best friends working together. They're texting over phone calls like, "Hey, I'm Favreau. I'm cooking some crazy Marvel shit over here. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? I'm Filoni. Here I'm doing my shit over here. We're working on this. We're doing this Heir to the Empire movie. I actually got Luke as the main character. I actually have the balls to recast Luke instead of this fucking BS AI nonsense."
See, I think you look at what James Gunn is doing with DC,
Yeah.
and he is just such a cool, relatable person. He's so down to earth. He talks to people. He responds to all these people online. Like, he does the podcast and talks about Peacemaker on a weekly. Like, you get an inside feeling of who James Gunn is as a person. I have never felt that way about any of these other people we're talking about. Kathleen
He's a real
Kennedy,
one.
Kevin
He actually
Feige,
talks to
any of
people.
them.
He doesn't hide in his office and say shit
Right.
and then just
And that's-
wears a cool hat, been like, "Hey man, She-Hulk's gonna be the greatest thing ever," then disappears for 6 months.
But like, that's why I don't see James Gunn going anywhere.
Nah, bro.
You know what I
the real
mean?
one needs-
Like,
the real one
he's
needs
not-
not be gone.
He's not leaving. And if he did, it would be like a disservice of like everyone in the government hated JFK because he was doing such good things. You know what I mean? Like, I feel the same exact way about James Gunn if they get rid of James Gunn. You know what I mean? It'd be like the assassination of like the hero who was trying to change
What we
things.
need to do is just
You know,
give
like-
James Gunn more money so he can keep unloading the gun and just like going crazy.
Joe,
I want
Joe,
to see it all.
one
up?
real quick. Dave Filoni, can you take over the company and have Brandon H. Lee be the next Sith apprentice?
Oh, you want to see Brandon H. Lee as the Sith Lord? That'd be crazy. He could
Like,
be like,
yeah,
Chimera's
please,
apprentice.
Dave Filoni. Like, come on. Because I would be watching that for sure.
Man, let's just get. He could go team up with Chimera, man. We could see some real good shit.
Yo, that'll be bro. You know what, Dave Filoni? If you do that, bro, I'm gonna start.
As much as I hate the Acolyte, I want to see more of Chimera, man. That dude, that bro was cool.
They have sword fighting VR games that are multiplayer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just want a Star Wars one.
That'd be
Give
sick.
me like a VR lightsaber game.
DC cameos. Oh, that'd be great, man.
Yeah,
I want to see
you
him
know?
start cameoing in his own movies. I know he cameoed. You missed it. He was actually in the Peacemaker finale, but you had to look for him. Like, where's Waldo? But he should just be popping up in these projects, just like Stanley in the Marvel movies, just like, hey, what's going on, man? I'm James Gunn. I'm doing my thing. What's
James Gunn? There was a cameo?
Yeah, brother.
When? I don't even know that.
So in the Peacemaker finale, if you're looking when they're doing the Foxy Shazam show, you can see him in the distance.
Oh.
Yeah, you can actually see him in the distance. I did realize that, actually.
It's
That's cool. I love that.
It's like Where's Waldo, man.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what Peter Jackson did that for the Lord of the Rings movies, which is awesome.
I loved it when he did that.
Bro, Joe, you know how funny would it be if somewhere in the new Superman project, Men of Tomorrow, imagine somewhere in that movie you just see James Gunn in the background.
I just want to see James Gunn sitting at the bar. Some serious shit goes down. Son of a bitch! What are you doing over there? Just being a random person. Joe, we need to show Chosen the DC animated movies like 5 points. Justice League works. Oh hell yeah, man! It'd be great.
If I were one of these Hollywood directors, what I would be putting as cameos as well in my movies, I'd be giving credit to these comic creators. You know what I mean? Like, let's say somebody walks by an alleyway or something, and there's a mural of Jack Kirby on it. or
man.
like Chuck Dixon or Chris Claremont or just like anyone like freaking oh my god
That's
Bill
what's
Finger
wild to me is
Bill
that
Finger.
Marvel only paid homage to Stan Lee. They never paid homage to any of the other creators that
I
actually
know.
worked in their comics. It's like, what the hell are you doing, Marvel?
Well, I'll also give like the credit of doing that for Stan Lee because Stan Lee was the person who made comic books what they are.
Yeah.
As much as like there's also a dark side to Stan Lee's history, like he
But that's
also.
I feel like,
I'm sorry.
I said that's like with everybody, there's always going to be.
Yeah, well, I read some stuff about Stan Lee being racist and this and that, but like really racist. His daughter being with a black man, like racist, really bad stuff he was saying. But like, yeah, at the same time, like he is a proprietor of comic books. He pushed for them when nobody would. You know what I mean? Like like the Spider-Man, the Japanese Spider-Man show.
Oh my god!
Like that's because of him. Like things that nobody else was willing to put their neck out for, ideas that nobody else was willing to give a shot, like are things that exist because of Stan Lee. And you have the MCU, even like the reason why it is even where it is or where it got to is because of him. Like a big part of it, not obviously like just him, but like he's got a huge inspirational pull that makes a big impact.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Sure. No, that's awesome. So I was thinking about so it's 8:26. We'll do Q&A for a little bit. I was wondering if anybody's gonna hop on Rivals tonight. I'm gonna play. I know you're gonna play your Ninja Gaiden, but I'm kind of feeling like playing some Rivals tonight.
Maybe.
Maybe. I might be able to pull a match or two before I hop on Ninja Gaiden.
For a long time, you can play a couple matches with me. I'm not even gonna stream. I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing tonight.
I feel that.
Good, Joe. That's good. You gotta vibe because Yeah,
man. I'm just vibing.
I might underground said I might underground. Real quick.
So we're jumping
into Rivals.
So if anybody's got some questions for the Q&A, we're gonna give you guys 5 minutes.
Sorry, Joe.
We're gonna give you guys 5 minutes of Q&A, and then we're gonna play some Rivals.
So, Joe, real quick.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about who's
Chosen. Your mic went down, brother. I don't know what you're saying. Your mic dropped like way low.
I know it did, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy 40th Back to the Future anniversary. That's pretty crazy, man. Oh, you might play Underground. Oh, cool.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Darth Maul's the GOAT, by the way. I was gonna point it out.
Yeah, brother. Maul's the GOAT, man. I can't wait for Shadow Lord, brother. Brainiac.
You know what's crazy? Rashad? I think he did a few hours ago. We were talking. Me and Brainiac were discussing that we should do a Cecile spinoff in DCU.
Dang. And we gotta bring the Cecile spinoff back every time. Every dang time.
Yeah. It's been a while.
I'd rather restore Cecile than restore the Snyderverse. So, it's
Are we supposed to be getting new characters for Rivals here soon? Yeah, dude. DPS is as far as the eye can see. We're never adding another healer or tank ever again. This game's just going to be DPS versus DPS. That's what the plan is.
What are you talking about? We're getting Rogue in December. She's going to be strategist.
Is she?
Yes.
All right, good. I feel like you could easily make a lot of these characters.
No, man. November is the month.
My thing though, if Rogue is a strategist, Gambit, he's got to be a DPS, right?
He comes out next.
He's got to be.
So here's the thing: we'll get DPS until December. Once December happens,
they're like, "Hey, DPS, okay, you get a tank. Hey, DPS, okay, you get a healer. Okay, DPS."
Yeah, literally.
Joe, I have 2 questions for you, Joe. 2 questions for next week. First off, are you going to watch Welcome to Derry next week?
Oh, yeah.
Who is it, bro? It's the only thing to watch.
And also, another thing, Joe.
What day does it drop?
I think Sunday, October 26th. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Another thing, Joe.
So that's on
Also,
Sunday?
real quick before you ask that one, it's a fail and a half that they're doing this the week before Halloween. You should have started it like at the beginning of October, so we could actually
I
have
agree with that too.
some
Yeah.
vibes of horror before. Now
Yep.
it's just going to be the whole season after Halloween.
All right,
Okay.
so Sunday I will be doing a watch party for it because I can't wait for this Welcome to Derry.
Also, another question, Joe. What are you gonna dress up as for Halloween?
I haven't really been able to do the dress up plan yet. I might do something.
Yep.
We'll see.
Got Batman.
I might just shave my head and just be Lex Luthor again. I just have to shave my head.
I
And take...
thought you were going to be Punisher the last time I spoke.
Yeah, but I
about
haven't had time to gather the materials.
You know what, Joe? You know what you could do,
I
actually?
could do Punisher still. I just would have to get a Punisher shirt.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing you can do, Joe. You're gonna do Lex Luthor. If you're gonna do the Lex Luthor, you shave your beard, right? And then you get like a nice suit.
Oh
and
my
you
god.
just
Is he
become
I
Lex
flying?
have a
Luthor.
suit in my closet. I could still do the Lex Luthor thing again. What is he doing?
He's gliding as Batman. You see his cape is flapping.
Oh, he's
his legs.
gliding. Yeah, that's funny that he's gliding. I do still have my Batman suit. I could put that on too. So Chris was asking us for next week. Are we doing a Halloween special for the week of Legions? We could do Long Halloween and watch the movies. Oh, read Long Halloween and watch the movies. That'd be pretty cool. I know that me and Luke talked about we want to read. I got a text from my buddy about the Absolute comics. Me and Luke kind of want to read Absolute for next week, kind of.
Okay. Just like
What you
it's not
consider-
really Batman.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I did George Lucas once. I would love to dye with my beard. I could dye my hair white and be James Gunn. That'd be awesome.
Bro is gonna become the new James Gunn.
I could do that. I could dye my hair white, dye my beard. Why not? I did George Lucas when I was in elementary school. I went for our school project. I was George Lucas. I had the hair. I had the fake beard before I could even grow a beard. Mom has pictures somewhere. I don't know where they are, but I could do that. It'd be fun. Masquerade as James Gunn. Dye my hair.
You know what? I'm gonna bring back my old profile picture, my very old one. Let's go back to the old days.
Instead of Legions, we could do a Halloween.
Is Halloween a Tuesday?
What day is Halloween?
Friday.
Friday.
I guess we could change days for Legion next week, but I don't know. We'll see.
No.
I think we should stick on the Tuesday.
Yeah, I agree. We can stick on the Tuesday. We can still make it fun.
So it'd be really funny if you dress up as James Gunn and you make a YouTube video and going, "I'm James Gunn, and the hierarchy of DC is about to change." Here's all.
Everybody, yeah, you could wear a costume. How about that? You know what I mean? Like that. That'd be an idea.
Honestly, I might actually get a costume.
I have costumes. It's not a problem. I was gonna be partially the one to get ready for Spider-Man, but I have to go get a shirt. I need
Batman
to go
or Spider-Man.
You know what I'm gonna dress up for Halloween, Joe? Guess what I'm gonna dress up for Halloween? Maybe.
What?
I know someone's gonna say Quan, which I wish I can dress up as Quan. I need to make sure my hair is like spiky.
Underground was asking us about the rogues in DC. Are you talking about like the rogues, like we talking about like the when you talk about the rogues, are you talking about the rogues from Flash, or what rogues are you talking?
Yeah,
about?
well, there's a lot of rogues, so that's what I'm saying.
I know, like if you think of like rogues, like you're talking like Mirror Master, kind of dressing up as Catwoman and Wonder
Woman.
Joe dressing up as Superman, Luke dressing up as Batman. It took me a while to get a Batman thing. You could do a Marvel DC best superhero costume ranking in the universe. That'd be fun.
I mean, I love Catwoman and Wonder Woman, but I haven't gotten
dressed up. We could do something. Weren't you gonna be Sue, Kenna?
I wanted to be Invisible Woman. I just haven't gotten the costume yet because it's like $60 at like Spirit Halloween, and I'm like, I don't even know.
Is there a cheaper place you can get it?
Those are the cheapest ones, bro. That crappy Batman one I have is like a $60 Batman suit for real.
Yeah, so
you know what's crazy? That would be awesome. I just have to dye my hair or get a wig for that one, Melissa, if I was gonna do that.
Yeah, I wanted to be Invisible Woman.
Everyone wants me to go as James Gunn though. That's crazy.
Because she's like my new favorite.
My hair. James Gunn. That's crazy.
DC though, if I had to pick a DC character to dress up as, I mean Catwoman, of course.
I do Frank Grillo.
But I would also love Zatanna. I would dress up as
that'd be cool. I have my Green Arrow suit. I have my I still have my my The Batman suit, Luke. I have the Pattinson suit.
Or I could re-dye my hair red and paint myself green, and I could be McGon.
Maybe I should dress up as
Starfire.
Oh Why chosen?
Starfire? Yeah.
Maybe I should dress up as this guy. What do you guys think? Should I dress up as this guy? Maybe.
You
You
should.
have his outfit? You're gonna
It's
be the
pretty easy.
Ah, who, the Joker?
No, no, Art the Clown.
Yeah, no, I know.
You got Art the Clown.
All I need is the hat, and then I need to like make sure my face is like, you know.
I
and then-
consider it, Melissa. I just gotta have to find time to get myself a white wig. I mean, I got the glasses already. I got the beard. I just would need to shave it up and make the goatee. And
If I'm wearing a white wig, I'm gonna be George Washington.
You be George Washington.
It could be my wooden teeth from all my donkeys and slaves.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Two-Face. Ooh, you know what? I'm not,
Crazy.
that's actually a good costume idea. Actually, Two-Face.
We can put up
Yeah,
some good,
Two-Face
put up
would
some
be
good
good.
costume ideas.
I'm
There's
thinking.
some good
I'm really
stuff.
thinking about it.
All right. Any video games? Any video games, real quick? Anybody wants to talk about? There were some new releases. Battlefield 6, pretty awesome right now. There's a Keeper just came out. The Psychonauts people you play as a lighthouse. It's kind of got horror-esque vibes, but not really. And then we got Ninja Gaiden 4 that came out today. I don't know if anybody's been playing anything, but just throw a little video game love out there.
I'm just
Oh, Chris is
grinding.
saying absolute
Oh,
Maybe I
absolutely.
should dress up as this guy right here. This guy in my background.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I got that suit
Yeah.
chosen.
Absalom, great game. Beat 'em up that came out not too long ago, not even 2 weeks ago.
We're waiting for Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Chris. We're waiting for it.
Wolverine is yeah. I've just
I have
been
that suit too. I got that suit.
oh yeah. I've just been grinding on The Wolf Among Us. I have like 19 hours.
Or
Maybe
maybe
that
I
platinum.
should dress up as
Just the
Tigger.
No.
I have one
Chosen,
trophy.
get that out of here.
I have one trophy to go, and it'll be my first platinum of a game.
Well, guys, since we're talking about games,
Oh, wow.
I don't know about you, but I think I saw Jake start a stream, so I think I'm gonna hop on Rivals after we end this stream.
Okay.
If anyone
No
wants
worries.
Yeah.
Or maybe I should dress up as this guy right here.
to, you're gonna be the Flash.
No, that's Peter Rabbit. That's from Honey the Pooh.
Or Kylo Ren. Maybe I can
You're
get
gonna be Kylo Ren. Jake had a Kylo Ren outfit. Oh, Little Nightmares 3 came out. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you know, I've
Oh,
heard some disappointing stuff about Little Nightmares 3. I
Oh, yeah,
watched.
It's not as good as the
You
other
didn't
two.
start a stream, Jake? I
Yeah.
saw an invitation for you. Oh no, chosen.
Little Nightmares 3 kind of got taken over by new developers,
Maybe
and
I
on
should
top of
dress up as this
that,
guy, Joe.
they made it multiplayer, but they took out couch co-op. Yeah, you should do that, Chosen.
You're gonna be the new Miles Morales.
No, that's the rip-off Spider-Man from Madden Web.
I know. I gave you a better name.
Oh, it was?
This was a great.
Please stream
Absolute-
Alien Isolation soon. I gotta beat Silent Hill F. Stuck in that right now.
Yeah, man. Well,
They're
yeah, great,
the VR
great
alien
podcast
game, too.
episode, guys. Oh, you uploaded
Yeah, the
video
VR.
alert?
Your
So
favorite
I'm hopping
movie,
on
Joe?
Rivals. I'm hopping on Rivals. If anyone wants to join. This has been another great episode of Legions, guys. Episode 35. Next week we'll do a Halloween edition for episode 36. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna
Yes.
hop on Rivals. If anyone wants to join me, you know where to find me.
Multiverse
Real
of Peakness. Multiverse of Peakness.
Real quick, Retro. I have streamed Isolation. It's on my YouTube, sorry.
Multiverse of Peakness.
Really chosen. Yes. So yeah, guys. I'm getting on Rivals. If anyone wants to join, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, and Joe loves Multiverse of Peakness too. So yeah, bye.
Play Marvel.